Okay, so I'm out in nature and there's something a little different I want to talk to you about today, and that's the idea of distributing your attention out to multiple different areas. Now, what do I mean by this? See, there's this common thing when I ask different producers that have had amazing tracks come out, and I'll ask them about how they made it, what they did to make it, and they'll answer with the most frustrating thing. The common answer, honestly, is, oh, I don't know, man, I just made it because I liked it. I'd done the music because I wanted to do it. And I'm there like, come on, man, I've been doing music for years. There's got to be an explanation, a technique behind what you made and why. There's got to be a more logical answer to this. And it's so frustrating, which was exhausting answer because I've been in sessions 3 to 4 times per week for a number of years trying to make tracks with viral potential. And through doing this, through repetition, one thing I was able to get, which was a pro, was better techniques, faster working ability, social ability, and making people feel comfortable in sessions. But the thing was, I was putting so much pressure on it, I was actually unable to see opportunity. I was unable to take things that were in front of me because I didn't realise. And so I'd spent periods of years in my life with these goals in mind of what I wanted to achieve and when. And there's a funny saying by one of my mentors. He'll say, whenever you make a plan, God laughs. And I realised that this might be a bit of a woo-woo video, leaning on the more spiritual or mentality side of things. But it's something that is crucial for me when I was understanding this game. The more pressure you put on yourself to make music, the more pressure that you put on yourself to release music, to have something happen, to get to a certain goal, the more you actually push it away. You don't leave the energy for creativity. You don't leave the energy to attract things. So there come a point about 2 years ago where I just said, I'm letting go. I'm letting go of the need to make something happen from this. I'm letting go of everything. And instead, I shifted to I'm going to make what is good to me. I'm going to do this on my own time, and I'm going to distribute my attention to multiple different areas of my life and take pressure off the need for something to happen. I'm going to have the same goal in mind. I really want to have viral tracks. In my head, the more people listen to the music, the more enjoyment I can kind of spread, the more memories I can create and give to people. That goal is in mind. I'm not saying I let go of that. Instead, I'm talking about shifting my mindset to I'm making this song for that reason, to I'm making this song because I enjoy it. I'm making this song because I want to do it, because I like it. And I'm going to distribute my attention, my time, to multiple different areas of my life to relieve the pressure of needing to make something happen. So instead, what I started doing, putting focus on helping other people, making tutorials, making albums, making songs for others, giving advice to others, teaching, making my own music, but also making it for other people, putting more energy into socializing, to my hobbies like the gym, football, boxing, not just being a loner in my room 24/7, but instead building upwards momentum throughout the days to which I could have the energy to go into the session. See, it's not about making 3 songs a week and finishing 3 songs a week. It's about relieving the pressure of doing that so that when you can go into a session, when you go into your project, your productivity in that session is 100 times better than it would be if you was focusing on it 24/7, if that was my only distribution of attention. So instead, when I got into sessions, I was way more productive. I was way more creatively free. I was doing it with enjoyment, without this egotistical goal in mind, because I'm making it to go viral. I'm making it instead to just because I like it. And as a reaction to that, what ended up actually happening was I attracted a lot more opportunities. When I went into sessions with this mentality and I started doing things for the enjoyment and distribute my attention into multiple different areas, I ended up getting music signed. I ended up with labels contacting me. I ended up with A&R people asking me for music. I ended up with a really big gig, getting booked, with connecting and making a lot of friends in the industry, with creating a mentorship that's designed to help multiple different producers who want to bypass all of that time where you have to spend 10 years learning production and just go direct to the source, get that information and then offload it, you know. So I shift essentially from needing for something to happen to allowing myself to attract something to happen, which is a real key part of all of the momentum I'm getting now. So to summarize it all from experience is to stop putting a time frame on everything. There's the less pressure that you can put on making music, the less pressure you put on a time frame or trying to make something happen, the actual better it is. The more you're able to actually attract opportunity, which sounds funny. You're letting go of the goal, but you're enabling yourself to attract it instead of putting a lot of pressure on something. And that doesn't just go for music. I mean, that goes for relationships, work, everything. It's about doing it for the right reasons. Making music because you enjoy it, because you want to distribute it, because you love it, because it's something that you want to create. And then putting it out there for others to enjoy. So just to summarize the point even further, you're not changing your goal. You can still want to be a world-domineering music producer or singer or songwriter. Instead, you're changing your relationship to the goal. Instead of putting all that pressure on your music to be successful with a certain time frame and you want to make something viral immediately, instead you're distributing your attention to multiple different areas so that when you get into the session, you're making music from a different position. You're doing it for the fun of it because you want to do it because it's something that you enjoy, therefore enabling yourself to attract. So instead of pushing the goal away with all that need and pressure, you're enabling yourself to attract your goal, attract the music, and giving yourself creative freedom. And like I said, I'm running a mentorship at the moment that helps producers bypass that 10 years of experience. If you haven't got 10 years to focus solely on music and you want to get information directly from the source, that's what I'm offering. If this is something that interests you, then send me an email with a link to some of your music and why you think you'd be a good fit for the mentorship, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.